0292, a youth show that focuses on youth affairs. This week we will talk about gender-based violence as we are in the 16 days of activism. Today on the show, we will discuss gender-based violence with a gender activist who is going to introduce herself. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. My name is Chantelle Shangare. I'm from Bulawayo. I have a marketing degree and I'm passionate about helping other people. And I also enjoy counseling women on what affects them daily and the challenges they face in life.
Okay, thank you, Chantelle. As we are in these 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, I'd like to know from you, how important do you think this campaign is, in particularly focusing on young people? How important is it?
Well, I think it's important, especially for young people, because they are the ones who are involved mostly in gender-based violence, especially in schools and in colleges and at work. So I feel it's important for this week. This week is important for them because they are the ones who are mostly affected.
And for young people who are watching the show, how do you think that, how effective do you think those 16 days will be for them, especially for those who will be wanting to share their stories and for those who will be actually scared to share their stories? How effective can these 16 days of activism be for them?
Oh, I think 16 days is enough for people to understand what gender-based violence is in the first place. And I think 16 days is also enough for any young woman or any young girl to learn a lot of things, especially considering the fact that we have social media, of WhatsApp, with Facebook, everyone is talking about it. So I'm sure the awareness will help a lot of young people to come up and share their stories.
Okay. But what about, like Mrs. Kangele, young women, especially female students who are on attachment, who go for attachment and things like that? Most of them, when they go on attachment, they'll be vulnerable, they'll be scared, and they'll just take whatever it is whatever is handed to them, they'll just take it because they'll be feeling like it's an opportunity for them, it's a privilege for them to go on attachment. So most of the times they might get violated at work and they won't even see it as violation to them. They'll just see it as a norm, or even if they see it as violation, they'll be scared to actually come out and speak about those things or even tell someone. What do you think can be done to actually encourage them to speak out, or even when they are still at university or in college? What can be done by the lecturers or by the family or people who are close to them to actually tell them about what to be happening in the workplace and warn them on things about being violent?
Well, I think first and foremost, the primary institution which should actually educate young girls or young women on what they will face when they go for attachment is the family. Going for attachment, I think you should equip them, and you should teach them to have that value. They should place their value on themselves, not to just accept like gifts from those bosses at work so that they are violated. And they should also have confidence in themselves that they can actually pass their attachments without giving anyone anything. And then at university level, I think their advisors at colleges should give them some workshops before they go for attachment, so that they know what they are going to expect, and that they should put value on themselves so that they don't just accept anything that comes their way. They should know what's good for them and what's not good for them. Like I've been to attachment myself. It's not easy to work with men when you are young, they're expecting a lot when they look at you. They are not just expecting to get results from the work they've given you. They're also expecting some favors, or in this instance, some sexual favors. But as young women, I think we should just desist from that culture of being dependent on men. And tell yourself, even if I'm getting $20 for my attachment, that's enough for me. And the other thing is, women should be content, because the other factor that causes women to be violated is because they are too dependent on men. You show a man that you're dependent on them, they violate your rights.
We'll take an ad break and we'll be right back.
Well, on that one, I would want to advise young women to stay away from posting things that would implicate them later on, because it doesn't help you to post things that you know at the end of the day, when people start commenting, they will affect your life, they will affect everything about what you're saying.
The cyberspace is home to billions of people and is the right platform you need to grow your business. The Center for Innovation and Technology is offering you a golden opportunity to speak directly to your market at an affordable price. We also offer media training workshops, live streaming, documentary production, and events management. Get in touch with us today on the following numbers: +263 867 711-0290 or 0718-100-235. Don't forget to subscribe to our social media platforms. Like our Facebook page, Center for Innovation and Technology. Follow us on Twitter @SiteZW. And you can also check out our website, www.site.org.zw. You can also visit our offices at 45 Moffat Avenue, Hillside, Bulawayo. Take advantage of this opportunity to expand your business.
Welcome back. I'm still with Chantelle and we're discussing gender-based violence, particularly focusing on young women. So women, from what you're saying that women should learn to be dependent on themselves so that they do not get violated. Yeah. But what if they're actually put in a corner? Because from other discussions that I've been hearing from other young women, they say that they feel like they'll be put in a corner where they'll be so scared to actually say, no, I do not want this. Or they are just so scared to come out and share their story or tell someone about what's affecting them, be it at work, be it at home, be it any place where they actually feel uncomfortable by the surroundings or by the people who are actually harassing them. So for those people who won't be dependent on men, but at the same time they're feeling cornered by those men, what do you think can be done to actually encourage them to put a stand and say, no, I do not want this, or please leave me alone?
Well, I would advise young women to be firm, because the world is not as easy as we think it is. We're definitely going to meet a lot of challenges, because our society has accepted some of these things that happen, so it's not going to be easy to change them. But as women, if we just tell ourselves we're going to be firm, we're not going to accept this, I think it's going to help. It's going to help these young people to be cornered. You can't be cornered with something that you say, this is wrong, I can't do this. Just have to be firm and say, no, I can't do this, because when people look at you, they don't blame the men. It's always the women who are blamed for whatever happens. So I think what is also supposed to be done, especially in workplaces, I think there are supposed to be workshops where the perpetrators are there and the victims are there. And then when when there's a discussion and when there's a lecture on that, I think it will help the young women to know that even the perpetrator knows what he's not supposed to do to me. And you can remind them when they come to you and they corner you, remind them, no, this is what we are working here. So I'm sure if in workplaces they also introduce those workshops or orientation, I don't know whether you call them orientations or I don't know, those lectures they give when you start work, maybe I think that's when they are supposed to equip these young ladies on what to expect and have workshops where the bosses are there and they are there so that they know how to react when it comes.
Okay. You mentioned earlier something about social media. Most of the times these days, young people are just on social media. They use social media for anything, for advice, for information. It's just their hub where they go to. So when we're looking at that, they also get information. They get information from social media, and then they also get. There's also this thing of cyberbullying on social media, and this thing also goes back to them getting violated. Some people may say that they do it, they cause it on their own to be violated, because some of these girls, they may post pictures of them half dressed, if I may put it that way, and then they get comments like "you're sexy," those kind of comments where they feel like they'll be uncomfortable. What do you think can be done what measures do you think can be put by be it people on their own or even people who access social media? What measures can be done to make sure that women are not violated or they are not given those slight comments where they feel like these comments are not good for them?
Well, on that one, I would want to advise young women to stay away from posting things that would implicate them later on, because it doesn't help you to post things that you know at the end of the day when people start commenting, they will affect your life, they will affect everything about what you've said. So I just feel women should desist. In general, women should desist from posting nudes and pictures of themselves when they are half-dressed or I don't know, so that they don't get those comments from men.
Okay, is it their fault in a way for getting those kind of comments, or the men are the ones who will be responsible for just for commenting in that kind of a way? What do you think?
Personally, I would blame the women for posting whatever. You can't just post pictures of you when you're not dressed and expect people to see it. I think we actually look for some of these things. Yeah, because you find if you just post your face and you are dressed properly, no one says anything. Maybe people will just say you're beautiful, you look cute, but when you put a nude, you post a nude on social media, you definitely expect men to say they're naturally like that. They will definitely react.
Okay, I like where you're going with this. So my next question to you is, who actually needs to be educated on gender violation, gender-based violence? Who actually needs to be educated? Because from the women's side, they do some things that perpetrate them or that cause them to be violated, and also for the men, they see things and they also comment and they also violate women at the same time. So who do you think needs to be educated, or on this 16 days, who should we actually raise awareness to?
I would say 80% awareness needs to be done on women and maybe 20% on men, because I say 80% on women because they are the ones mostly who start, who actually lead on the men. When you post something, you want them to say something. When you say something about yourself, maybe let's say you describe how you look or what you're wearing on WhatsApp, and then someone posts that, you are the one who actually caused that. So I think 80% of their awareness has to be done on young women or on women. But then 20% also goes to men, because gender-based violence is not about women only. Men also cause it by, let's say in workplaces, they just look at women as subjects. They don't look at them like their workmates. They look at them like they are weak. When they look at them, they see weaker beings. So by so doing, they do certain things that will violate our rights for the women.
Let's take a short break. We'll be back.
More education needs to be done on the girl child. Everyone's our rights, because when you know your rights, when you got the knowledge on how you should behave, even on social media, even at school, even at work, you know how to put yourself there, and you won't be attacked or attacked by men.
Utshwala yikho kunengikhala ngakho kakhulu. It's too expensive. You can't buy it dump at $3.50.
Abadala sesiyahlala ezindlini asahambi. Imali yakhona siyayibona ngapha singasebenzi.
So $16, areso $40. What is happening? We don't understand.
Oil akati $35. Atezi $79.
Welcome to Community Conversations with me, Lungile. Thank you so much.
Basically, what you are saying
Because at least he was better, he could control the prices. Cut it.
I'm still with Chantelle, and we're discussing gender-based violence as we are in the 16 days of activism. So you're saying that we should raise awareness more on women because they lead men on. But then let's look at it in this way, where men, most of the cases that we read, a man rapes a woman. A man does this to a woman, and it's in a way, they might say that they would have not asked for it to happen to them, but then the man would have just taken his will on his own, like he would have just done the things, even if the woman would not have approved. So don't men need also to be told, or shouldn't they be actually given the right information on how to treat women, be it at work or even on the streets? Because men, let me not attack men, but then even on the streets, I believe that any woman has experienced being catcalled on the streets. I believe that any woman has been subject to maybe some form of sexual misconduct or something that makes them really uncomfortable. So in that way, isn't it that don't men also need to be actually taught on how to treat women? Because those women, they're not just women, as you can see, as you said, that they can't be treated as objects, or they cannot be viewed as objects. They also need to be viewed as almost equals. Equal human beings to men. So don't men also need to be told, or shouldn't they be informed on the right ways of treating women, instead of treating them as subjects and objects, and not looking at how women also lead men on?
I think they also need to be informed on how to treat women, because when a man looks at a woman, there are expectations and they've got their judgments, and so I think they also need to be taught on how to behave especially at work, at school. You find that at school, when the teacher looks at a student, a female student, the way they treat the female student and the way they treat the male student, it's quite different. When they look at the female student, this one I can play with here anyhow. But when they look at the boys, it's normal. So I think they also need to be taught that women are almost equal to them, not that they are just people, they're just objects, as I said. But as I said earlier on, more education needs to be done on the girl child. Because when you know your rights, when you've got the knowledge on how you should behave, even on social media, even at school or even at work, you know how to put yourself there, and you won't be cyber attacked or attacked by men. So, in as much as women should get enough information on this gender-based violence information, I think women also need. I think men also need it.
Okay. And then what I also noticed is that during these 16 days, some women will actually share their stories and they will receive some kind of backlash. It's either they will receive the backlash saying that they are attention seekers, they're just drama queens, they are liars, they were not harassed, they're not violated, and those kind of comments. What do you think about them? Don't you think that they, in a way, they make it seem as if being violated as a woman is taken lightly? What do you think about those comments when women post their stories and they share their stories and they receive some form of backlash?
I'm not sure of what women will be looking for when they share their stories, especially when they share on social media where they know they'll get comments. But if they'll be looking for advice or for help, or I think it's better to share in platforms where you know they are women and they will understand you better. But I'm also not encouraging men to violate women when they share their stories, because some of the stories will be real stories. Well, we are not saying other women won't be seeking attention. There are women who will be seeking attention, but let's not look at the person. Is she an attention seeker? Is she a drama queen? But let's look at the impact of what has been done on that person and how that person can be helped and how her experience can help other people in future. Let's not just look at the person is in her background, or let's look at the experience itself. How does it feel to be raped? And let's get that story to be helping other people, because gender-based violence won't end at that person when we are commenting, when we are helping her, or when we are passing our opinions. It will actually happen to someone else, maybe 10 years to come, 5 years to come. So these stories that people share are actually, I think they're actually case studies for other people. They will actually help other people to manage when they meet such experiences, when they meet such challenges. Let's say your own daughter is raped in 5 years' time and they see this video. They can actually see that it's important to open up when you've been raped, not to hide. Because when you hide, you're actually helping the perpetrator to continue doing the same thing.
And my last question to you is besides focusing on men violating women, there's also this thing of women on women violence, where women exploit other young women, be it at work, be it anywhere else in social circles. Women also exploit other women. What do you think about that? What kind of impact does that have on us women as a whole?
Well, that one kills the woman. The woman who is growing up, it kills them, especially their self-esteem, and it destroys the upcoming generation of young women. Because when you look at them, we are the ones as older women. We're supposed to groom them. We're supposed to encourage them. We're supposed to show them the way. We're supposed to motivate them. But when we exploit them or when we take advantage of them, I think we are only making it worse. We are not solving anything. We are making this world unbearable for women. Because if we pull down each other as women, then for men it will be very difficult for them to know how they're supposed to treat women. But as women, when we are in the front and we teach people this is how we treat each other, we love each other, we support each other, then the whole community, the whole society, the whole world will know how to treat women.
Any last words that you would like to say?
Okay, my last words will go to young women. I think they should be firm in whatever they do in relationships. Those who haven't been married, or those who are married, or those who are single, I think young women have to be firm in everything that they do, and they should learn to be content with what they have, because I think mostly women are violated when they want something from someone. So I think women should just be independent and learn to work for themselves and be content with what they have.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chantelle, for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Code 0292. From me, Lungile, it's bye for now. Make sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook.